It's 2:15 a.m. A billionaire you've never heard of just wired $50 million to a place you didn't even know existed. While you're scrolling through your phone, debating whether to put another $100 into your savings account, the ultra-wealthy are playing a completely different game. And I'm about to show you exactly where they're hiding their money right now. Farmland in unstable countries. Yeah, you heard that right. While everyone's panicking about some region being politically unstable, the rich are buying up thousands of acres of farmland there. Why? Because food doesn't care about politics. People always need to eat. They're scooping up agricultural land in places like Ukraine, parts of Africa, South America. When everyone else is running away, they're running in. The land is dirt cheap because of the chaos, but in 10 years, when things stabilize, they'll own the very ground that feeds millions. Private credit deals. You know those sketchy billboards that say, "We buy ugly houses"? The rich do the same thing, but with entire companies. When a business can't get a bank loan, the wealthy step in. They lend money at insane interest rates, sometimes 15, 20%. But here's the kicker. If the company can't pay back, they get to own a piece of it. It's like a loan shark operation, except it's completely legal and wearing a suit. Rare earth minerals. Not gold, not silver. I'm talking about lithium, cobalt, rare earth elements that you can't even pronounce. Your phone, your laptop, electric cars, solar panels, they all need these materials, and there's only a handful of places on Earth where you can mine them. The wealthy are buying up mining rights in Congo, Chile, Australia. They're not waiting for these materials to get expensive. They're making sure they own the supply before the world realizes it needs them. If you're still with me, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, what's coming next is gonna blow your mind.
Art, but not the kind you think. Forget the Mona Lisa. The rich are buying art from artists who are still alive, sometimes even unknown. Why? Taxes and appreciation. You buy a painting for 50 grand from some kid in Brooklyn. You donate it to a museum. You get it appraised for $500,000. Tax write-off. But wait, there's more. If that artist blows up, your painting is now worth millions. It's a win-win that most people don't even know exists. Life insurance policies from strangers. This one's dark, really dark. There's a whole market where rich people buy life insurance policies from elderly folks who need cash now. They pay the premiums, and when the person dies, they collect. It's morbid, but it's legal, and it's called the life settlement market. The longer the person lives, the more money they lose. The sooner they die, the bigger the payday. Yeah, it's as creepy as it sounds. Water rights. Not bottles of water, the actual right to water itself. In places like California, Arizona, parts of Texas, water is becoming more valuable than oil. The rich are buying up water rights from farmers, small towns, anyone willing to sell. In 20 years, when droughts are worse and everyone's desperate, guess who controls the supply? Not you. Offshore wind farms. You've heard of solar panels. You've probably seen wind turbines. But offshore wind is the new frontier. These massive turbines sit miles out in the ocean, generating electricity for entire cities. The ultra-wealthy are partnering with governments, getting contracts that last 30, 40 years. It's renewable energy, but it's also a money printer that never stops. Racehorses and breeding rights. You think owning a Ferrari is expensive. Try owning a champion racehorse. But here's the real game. If your horse wins big races, you can charge insane fees just to breed it. We're talking $500,000 per session, and a horse can breed hundreds of times. It's livestock, but it's treated like royalty, and the returns are ridiculous. Vintage cars, but only the ugly ones. Everyone knows about classic Ferraris and Porsches, but the rich are buying cars that look like mistakes. Weird limited editions, prototypes, cars that manufacturers tried to bury. Why? Because scarcity creates value. If there's only 12 of something in the world, eventually some billionaire is going to want it just to say they have it. Before we get to the next one, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this, because what I'm about to tell you, most financial advisors will never admit. Private islands, but not for vacation. They're buying islands in places where laws are, let's just say, flexible. The Bahamas, the Caribbean, even remote parts of the Pacific. They set up residency, and suddenly their tax rate drops to almost nothing. It's not just a vacation home, it's a legal loophole disguised as paradise. Collectible sneakers and streetwear. Yeah, you heard me. While you're trying to cop the latest Jordans, hedge fund guys are buying entire warehouses of limited edition sneakers. A pair that cost $200 at release can sell for 10 grand 5 years later. They're not wearing them, they're storing them in climate-controlled vaults like they're bottles of fine wine. Debt from struggling countries. When a country is broke and desperate, the rich buy their debt for pennies on the dollar. Then they wait. Eventually, the country has to pay back something, even if it's just 30 cents on the dollar. That's a massive profit. It's called distressed sovereign debt, and it's one of the most cutthroat games in finance. Timber and forest land. Not for camping, for cutting down and selling. Trees grow slowly, but they always grow. Wealthy investors buy thousands of acres of forest, wait 10, 20 years, then harvest and sell the timber. It's low maintenance, it's boring, and it's incredibly profitable. Plus, if the land appreciates, they can sell it to a developer and double dip. Patents and intellectual property. You know that thing you use every single day without thinking about it? Somebody owns the patent. The rich buy up patents for obscure technologies, sometimes stuff that hasn't even been fully developed yet. Then, when companies need to use that tech, they have to pay licensing fees. It's passive income on autopilot. Crypto, but only the ones you've never heard of. Bitcoin, Ethereum, sure, everyone knows those, but the wealthy are dumping money into blockchain projects that sound like someone smashed a keyboard. They're investing in the infrastructure behind crypto, the boring stuff nobody talks about, exchanges, wallets, the pipes that make it all work. Because when the gold rush happens, the people selling shovels get rich. And there you have it. 15 places the wealthy are stashing their cash that you probably didn't even know existed. They're not waiting for opportunities, they're creating them, bending the rules and playing a game most people don't even know is being played. So here's my question for you. If you had $1 million right now, which one of these would you actually invest in? Drop your answer in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. Let's see who's really paying attention. Now get out there and start thinking like the people who already won.